program you are about to see is made possible through funding provided by MasterCard. Master the dining possibilities. Spotlight on Secrets of the Master Chefs, a sampling of fine dining in America.
The senses become invigorated. It's as if springtime was invented here as a setting for extraordinary dining. For a quarter of a century, La Grenouille of New York has been a flowery enclave of French warmth that engages a fashionable set from Europe, South and North America. It is from the distinguished kitchen of La Grenouille that a cachet of Master Chef secrets will, in a moment, be revealed by Chef Jean-Luc Garrigue about this sublime sautéed salmon and its savory herb and green peppercorn sauce. It's a specialty you'll be able to prepare at home and want to parley about at La Grenouille itself.
When we open the restaurant in the morning, to see all the flowers make us feel good. It's something very important to all of us.
La Grenouille is the romantic expression of the Masson family, of Giselle and her son Charles.
It's like a lovely lady. I think the flowers, the lighting is all very flattering, and I think it brings a more feminine clientele, but also brings men who like that feminine clientele, so it's an interesting clientele.
The floral arrangements in the small 32-table restaurant are legend. The menu resolutely haute cuisine, with pastries of imagination. The salmon dish is for a special lunch or dinner, and like La Grenouille, is a work of art. Chef Jean-Luc begins with a scallop of fresh filleted salmon, the perfect cut for a single serving.
Put in a plate.
He then marinates it with virgin olive oil, green peppercorns, and a thinly sliced lemon and lime for a touch of tartness. The marinating scallop is left in the refrigerator until the moment it is ready to be cooked. In the meantime, Jean-Luc will prepare both a marvelous sauce and an ensemble of finely diced vegetables that will be sautéed and layered on top of the finished salmon.
It's a very practical recipe and also very easy.
The vegetables, all small diced, include a shallot, green pepper, cucumber skin, morels, an apple, and a tomato. Now, the tomato should be skinned and deseeded before small dicing. Morels are delicate seasonal wild mushrooms with a woodsy flavor. Dried morels are more readily available. Just add water and they'll do just fine. Set the vegetables aside and begin the sauce by pouring a cup of white wine in a pan of sautéing small-cut shallots. Do this off the burner to prevent the alcohol from flaring up. To the wine, add green peppercorns and fresh parsley, chervil, and other complementary herbs. As this mixture reduces, add whole cream and let simmer. This gives you a few minutes to shuck the clams and oysters. Drain their juice into the sauce and save the shellfish meat for the final touches.
And this will give the taste of the sauce.
Next, puree the sauce in a blender to make it smooth and light. Strain the mixture. Cheesecloth will work for this, and return the sauce to a pan and simmer. Now quickly, let's look at some charming aspects that few people know about of this one-of-a-kind restaurant. La Grenouille is named for Madame Masson. In English, it means the tiny frog, a nickname given her by her late husband, Charles. Charles and Giselle infused La Grenouille with life and beauty, a tradition now shared and redefined by Charles Jr. and an extraordinary staff. It's all very French. Every morning, the entire restaurant is scrubbed down, rebuilt, and rearranged. Charles selects the flowers at a dawn market.
At first, many people might have thought it was insane to start a business and spend so much on flowers, but as Salvador Dali said once, he told my father, Mr. Masson, you throw money out the windows and it comes back through the doors.
If it weren't for the polite flurry of waiters and guests, La Grenouille might be mistaken for a Monet painting. Now, back to Jean-Luc in the kitchen. He has already started to saute the vegetables and is removing the citrus from the fish and preparing the pan.
I will put some butter with a brush in the non-stick pan. I'm using always non-stick pan because I don't want to put too much fat. Plus the salmon, it's a very fat fish. So
Jean-Luc strongly recommends that the salmon be cooked on one side only. Overcooking fish causes a loss of flavor and texture. For the very same reason, add the clam and oyster meat to the sauce at the last minute. Heat briefly and then remove.
I didn't put any salt because the green pepper plus the oyster will salt enough the dish. So I didn't salt all the
As a final touch, Jean-Luc places the fish brown side up on the plate and decorates it with the vegetables and the sauce.
Unbelievable.
Salmon sautéed with green peppercorn sauce, oysters, clams, and morels. Yours for enjoying and sharing if you follow these MasterChef secrets. 1. Marinate the salmon with citrus slices, virgin olive oil, and green peppercorns. 2. Let the shellfish supply the salt. 3. Cook the fish on one side only. And 4. Use a non-stick fry pan very lightly brushed with butter. Delicious!
We want to give happiness to people who come to La Grenouille, and we give them the flowers, the friendship, as you say. It seems that everyone who comes here, it's a very special occasion.
La Grenouille of New York, a quiet joy with splashes of color. A MasterChef secret that is a secret no more.